What's going on? Sunny here. In this video, I want to quickly talk about how to dissolve pendulum provocations and how to handle pendulum provocations that are always just happening on a day-to-day basis in your reality. This is one concept that I learned from Reality Transurfing that has really allowed me to simplify my life. When we're just like living unconsciously, right? The way that we have lived our entire lives, what's really common is friction. It's problems. It's constant day in and day out obstacles that you have to overcome, right? That, and we start to believe that that's what life is. That life is all these obstacles and they always, they will always be there. And because we start to believe that, that always ends up becoming the case. And because we continue to fight against those problems, they continue to actually become greater and greater in numbers. And that's just a waste of energy. It's a complete waste of energy. And so when I read Reality Transurfing a while back, and I started to practice this principle, which I'm about to speak to you about right now, I started to notice that the amount of problems or little, inconveniences or annoyances, these little obstacles on a day-to-day basis started to literally just completely vanish. And so now that I've practiced this principle for quite a long time, I actually just noticed today, that's why I wanted to make this video, is that I look back and, bigger problems or bigger challenges sometimes are there in life. And that's actually the definition that we give to them, right? We consider our goals to be a problem, or life not being exactly the way it is to be a problem, but those aren't really problems. But when I look back to the past year or so, I started to notice that my day-to-day life is so smooth. It is so effortless and enjoyable, rather than constant obstacles like I used to experience on the path to my goals. Things just move seamlessly. I really do find myself in the right place at the right time, at least most of the time. And it's just a lot more enjoyable rather than constantly having to fight against obstacles. It's so annoying. So there's just one example given in Reality Transurfing that whenever things provoke you from outside, it could be another person, it could be a problem, an obstacle, anything. When anything provokes you from this external world that you think is the external world, but it's just a reflection of you, when you give it your attention, when you give that problem significance and importance, it will continue to remain as a part of your reality. Matter of fact, the very reason it exists is because of the importance and significance that you give to it. The little bit of focus that it has snatched from you, that it has reeled in. Because see, the very basics of reality creation are where focus goes, energy flows. And let's just say something provoked you from the outside. And now it caught your attention and you start to focus on it and be like, oh my God, now you started worrying about it. Just by you focusing on it, you are literally giving that problem, that potential reality, energy, life force. And that problem is now going to become greater and greater. Even if it was something that could have been solved, now it's going to require a complex solution. Or at least your mind will think that. So the example in Reality Transurfing is about this wild dog. You're walking down the street and this wild dog just barking at you. Now what you'll notice, and you could if you ever come across this in real life, you could experiment this. If an animal, barks or tries to provoke you, tries to scare you, if you start running away, that animal will be definitely caught on you and it will chase you. However, if you just walk by that animal unshaken, unmoved, and just not giving it any attention, then it won't even bother. Then it will just look for the next victim. And so Vadim Zeland in the book Reality Transurfing compares that example to how problems and provocations in real life should be dealt with. Whenever they come at you, whenever they try to provoke you, try to get a reaction from you, walk by them unmoved, unshaken. And you will watch them dissolve. You'll watch a natural solution just come up out of nowhere, and that problem gets taken care of. And this is the technique that I was talking about that I've tried over the past couple of years, a year and a half or so, since I came across transurfing. And it has completely, it totally works. I've tried this when, I got into a minor car accident. I've tried this in, multiple relationships. I've tried this in my business multiple times where there were seemingly big obstacles or problems, just not giving them any attention. I've even tried this with my own body. Any single time, let's just say I was playing some sports or, doing any sort of exercise and I got a minor injury or I thought was going to be something bad, giving it no attention and just moving forward and just constantly staying focused in what I do want rather than having to deal with a problem and giving it that much life force. So just like that wild dog, your problems will not chase you if you don't give them any mind, if you don't give them life force for them to exist on top of or through. Anything that you experience is a reflection of you. Even though it might seem that these problems are coming from the outside, these other people are causing you your problems, realize that your entire experience is happening within you, within your consciousness. So take responsibility for everything that's happening. Even these external provocations are just your reality. They're just reality stuff. Knowing that, realize that anything that seems to be on the outside can only go on further and grow if you give it any significance, if you give it any sort of importance or energy, focus. So on a deeper level, what is happening here, when you don't give your problems or provocations any life force, any focus, and you just walk by them unmoved, being focused in what you do want, you're allowing your awareness to constantly manifest in every now moment an alternate reality in which what you are focusing on exists and what you are not focusing on is not even relevant. So if you are constantly focused on the reality of your choice, you will continue to manifest the reality of your choice or something very similar to it every now moment. Every now moment you are shifting to an alternate reality. That is the alternatives model on which the entire process of reality transurfing is built. And this model is more aligned with the truth of how reality actually works. This is something you'll also realize as you become more and more aware, as you raise your conscious awareness. So when things on the outside happen, realizing that, okay, this is what my current reality is right now, this is what has manifested, but what is manifested does not determine what is coming next. What determines what is coming next is me, my focus, my consciousness. So if my consciousness is now hooked onto this problem, yes, I will continue to manifest a reality where this problem still exists. However, if I just walk by this problem unmoved, knowing that it's just a part of the reality that has already manifested that I can't really do anything about, but instead stay focused on what I do want, stay focused on my goals, stay focused on myself, and continue to maintain a positive state of being where I know I'm creator, where I know I am balanced, eternal, infinite, loving, then I will continue in every now moment to manifest a reality where what I am focused on is manifesting and what I am not focused on, aka this problem that tried to provoke me, in that reality won't even be relevant. And on a logical, physical level, you'll experience this as a natural solution coming up towards for the problem, or someone else taking care of it, or it just not being a big deal, or unfolding perfectly just how you would have liked it to. The outcomes are infinite. But what will happen is that this problem won't really become any bigger than it has to. Try this in your life. Try this with the littlest things, because that's where it's easiest to notice these things. I remember when I just started practicing this principle, I, like every single time, I think there was a instance where I lost my keys at a park. It like worked like a charm. When I was worrying about it and looking for it everywhere, did not find my keys for the longest time. As soon as I, just like I remembered this, just sat down at the park, relaxed, got my state of being in proper place, found the keys like that. Someone actually brought them to me. Even when I lost my hard drive at home where I save all of these videos, I could not find them. And I remember I had just met up with Quasi like a week before, so I texted Quasi, "Yo, do you still have my hard drive?" I was at his house, and he didn't have it either. So I was like, damn. And I was looking all over the house for it. Could not find it. Just left that issue, realized this principle, just left it, didn't give it any more significance, naturally found that hard drive in 2 days. So with small things, it's very easy. However, when seemingly bigger things happen, like when I got hit by a car, like nothing serious, but in the back, a car just rear-ended me. It's just still annoying, even though you didn't get hurt, but it's still annoying that like that happened and then you have to deal with that problem or inconvenience. Just remember this principle. As soon as I got hit, I actually smiled to myself because I caught myself. Rather than just giving into my reaction and giving into my old negative programming, I caught myself and didn't react at all, didn't give it any significance. That situation got solved like this. Like everything worked out perfectly, didn't have to pay a penny. Actually got my other stuff that was that I needed to get repaired in my car fixed for free, on top of whatever else repair that has to be done. So there's so many examples that I'm now forgetting, but like this will work in anything. The main thing is that you have to stay focused on your state of being, on your energy, and being focused on what you want, the reality that you want, rather than this inconvenience that has just came out of nowhere. I'll say this one last time. What has manifested does not determine what is going to manifest next. You determine what manifests next. Your state of being, what you are focused on, what you are imagining. So, just like that wild dog, your problems have no foundation to follow you on unless you keep giving them this trail, this food, this nourishment with your energy. You are the one that is dragging your problems with you because you just can't let go of them. Practice this principle. It's really cool. All right. That's all I have for today, though. Let me know your experience with this in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and gained value from it, give me a thumbs up and share this video with a friend who would also find it helpful. Watch the Accelerated Reality Masterclass. Learn how to accelerate your reality, accelerate the time between a desire and its manifestation, and become a creator of your reality. Watch the free masterclass. The link is in the description box below. All right. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.